This week we have SpaceX Breadcrumbs, interviews with REV3AL and Siki, a major Australian bank building on Hedera, and a string of HBAR Foundation announcements. So let's get into it. So REV3AL is the company that's using Hedera to create a new layer of copyright and anti-counterfeit protection. And we have Adam and Mo from the team here today to give us the rundown. Thanks so much for coming, guys.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So we'll start off with Adam. Can you tell us what REV3AL is building and some of the tools and products that you're offering? I saw this physical decoder, and I'd love to know how that thing works.
I have no problem at all. I know that being in this space since 2016, we've personally been involved in many projects as blockchain advisors, thought leaders, and we've gotten scammed. We've gotten scammed. We've had rug pulls. We've gotten sucked out of DMs, and unfortunately, that happens to everyone. And I feel really bad for I consider ourselves a little bit of a degen, and the masses, they have no idea what these type of problems are out there. So REV3AL created a solution that can actually help protect and authenticate what someone actually is trying to buy, any kind of a digital asset, right? So both in a physical as well as a digital. And I'm going to explain that to you in short. Think of REV3AL like the digital equivalent of a GIA certificate for a diamond. When you're going to validate a diamond. It's just super simple. We have gesture-based pinch to reveal technology that allows us to be able to interact with the NFT or digital media that you can see that the technology is in it, and we're able to protect it. So when you go on an NFT marketplace, you can have peace of mind to know that you're protected, right? And REV3AL is the beginning. Think of us like the background running of Norton 360, and you have to have that running. You don't really want to think about it. It pops up, it bothers you. REV3AL will be the protection both inside the metaverse into the future, as well as NFT marketplaces and gaming platforms alike. It's just a product that is going to be the security and the protection, or the police, if you will, of the metaverse and beyond.
I gotcha. And what about that little physical decoder?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me about that. So the physical decoder is really, really cool. So think of a clear plastic that you could put logos on the corner of it, but it's totally clear. It has a lenticular lens that will allow us to be able to take it as a dual authentication and put it across the screen. And you can only see when you actually take that and put it across the object or the digital media. And you could use it for ad tech space. You can use it for high level dual authentication. It's a really cool product. And we also have that and again, it's confidential, but as a digital as well as a physical decoder that also encodes the screen when you see it as well.
I gotcha. That's fascinating. So who are your target clients? And Mo, we'll direct this one to you. Who are your target clients? And can you tell us about any of your current projects?
Absolutely. We're a B2B product with a B2C solution as well. So our target audience is pretty much Fortune 100 companies. We also understand the big, we have some very high-end collaborations with very big companies that if we say you know the name of. Under NDA, we cannot talk and we cannot say anything till everything is done. And we're actually been able to sign those contracts. But I could say our clients are every artist that needs solution, every platform that needs, and every gaming platform that bringing on an NFT is a solution. We just partnered up with two monster companies, and we're very, very excited to see that the future is not just in the 2D graphic NFTs that people are seeing, but we're thinking way beyond 3 to 5 years. We believe the metaverse is going to be the next hot thing. And Adam always says, and I believe, and I agree with him 110%, Wayne Gretzky always said, he always loves to quote Wayne Gretzky, skate where the puck is going to be, not where the puck is at. So we understand the metaverse is going to be huge. I cannot say the name of the companies. However, one we can say, I could sort of say, but I cannot mention any names. But we could say one of these companies, the guy, one of our top advisors, Alan Smithson's been in AR, XR, VR, augmented reality for many years. And he's been working with MasterCard, some of the biggest names in the world. And yesterday he was showing me things that are confidential. We will be meeting in Dubai. We had a nice coffee. We had a chance to actually, it's different when you meet people and you actually talk to them and see under the hood what they got, showing me these G-Wagons they got and all these cool things. And I really thought about, wow. And all this is on your mobile phone as well. Showed me the reality of what these guys are doing. They're building a 100-foot mall. Adam and I and a few partners bought a floor for a hefty amount, but that floor is already doubled in price. However, what they're doing is building a 100 floor for first 10, be the biggest names you ever imagine in the fashion industry. So what? In the motorcycle industry, it's just amazing what these guys have got. And REV3AL will not just be participating with a floor, we're also going to be protecting this mall. However, we are just cannot mention any names, but just imagine two of the biggest banks in the world partnered with this company that we'll be working with, protecting their worlds in the metaverse. These guys built thousands of worlds within worlds, and this gentleman has 300 patents in the metaverse 15 years ago. The news is going to come out. Actually, Hedera is, you know what? I'm not going to say much. We're working behind the scenes, something big, and you will see Hedera, guys, coming up to biggest things in the metaverse. They're doing some big things that we're talking about. We can't really divulge. However, in the metaverse, we understand working with Hedera is a sleeping giant, and we're not going to make any price prediction. I'm not a financial advisor. However, we see Hedera taking a big leap because we understand where they're going. We're talking to their team, and we're looking under the hood where they want to be, and it's absolutely impressive. So we're very excited. Actually, partnering with Hedera is very humbling for us. We understand they got a big team, and we see the vision they're going, and we love to be able to ride this journey with them to the top.
Well, Mo, trust me, in the Hedera world, we understand NDAs. They are all over the place. But to feel your excitement, and I can tell you're chomping at the bit to tell us, that's all we need. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure when those things come out, you guys are going to want to shout it to the rooftops, and I hope we can get you back. So how close are you guys actually to production, and how can people get involved at this point?
Yeah, so if you look at the roadmap, we actually are very close to a minimum viable product that we can actually get out there. We're building into a security-centric NFT marketplace that give people a peace of mind when they want to go purchase NFTs. And also, we're creating some new proprietary technology to protect artists. So have you ever gone to a DM and you've tried to buy an NFT drop and they suck you off to another page and then they try to connect your wallet and you could lose all your money? They literally copy these poor artists. They do it on OpenSea. They copy their profile. They copy all their artwork. They create complete websites. Some of them, even Mo, has been scammed by the entire Discord server. They recreated an entire Discord server with 60,000 people. And literally, he had an admin that connected with him. And it was whitelisted. Everything was good for the ICO or the project he was on. I mean, they'll go to major lengths to scam people. So we're creating technology to basically authenticate to make sure you're on the right site and you actually can feel comfortable that when you move forward, you're going to be able to be secure and safe. And the one thing that people don't realize is that as you're building out a product, it's always in multiple phases of rollout. So what direction we're going right now is the pinch to reveal, obviously being able to protect, and most importantly, authenticate. Our goal is for REV3AL to become the standard of protection in the metaverse. And when people think about REV3AL, you want to think about, I know that whatever I'm about to buy has been authenticated and it's got the REV3AL stamp. That's why our slogan is all will be revealed. So we're going to reveal you if you're a scam, and we're going to reveal you if you are not, right? We're going to, if you are the real deal, we're going to confirm it. So to kind of envision this. So to start with, we're looking at an API that will plug into multiple platforms, NFT platforms, and that's what we're building into, which is going to be our CVP, or commercially viable product, into the end of the year and the beginning of next year. And then we're going into the ability to protect Web3, web browsing, 3D web browsing. Like the future where that's going is insane. And the multiple worlds and being inside that world, we're going to put protection in place. So you don't have to leave that ecosystem. You can stay in there and feel comfortable. Because right now, I was in Decentraland yesterday, and I was in the ICE casino. I play around the DJing world since like 2014, and I put on the Oculus headset, and I love to dig in. And when you're in that world, when you want to go buy something, you got to leave the world. You got to go to OpenSea. You got to go to a unsecure marketplace, and it pops up a warning that says, "Do not leave. We don't support this site. This is dangerous." And you do anyway, and you go and you try to go buy something. Remember, anything that happens in IRL and in real life is going to happen in the metaverse, right? And so when that happens, you feel uncomfortable, you're not really going to want to go. Our goal is to try to create some kind of security that allows you to have that peace of mind and comfort when you're in a virtual environment, that you actually are able to navigate, shop. There's three things that people do in a virtual world. You go there to congregate and meet in events with other people. You go to the shop, and you go there to do things you couldn't do in real life, right? And so we want to make sure that while you're there, you're comfortable and you're protected. So that's kind of our roadmap, is to start off with the 2D, the marketplaces, the NFT marketplaces, and then move into the metaverse of where the things are going and beyond, as I mentioned earlier.
I got you.
Talk about, just touch up on Adam said, very key, as I've owned a lot of businesses in my past, and we realized the main job of a website creator is to keep people on that website. They know once people leave the website, most likely they'll get so busy with other things, and they forget.
And you go off to banners and stuff. Yeah.
The main thing is keep people. It's like the casino. Keep people in there as long as they can. And on a website or a game or whatever it is, their job is to keep people there as long as they can. So what we do is not just offer protection, but we offer these platforms more money, because the people will be spending more time on these platforms, because they don't ever have to leave these platforms to go to the third party. And on top of it, we're very passionate about people getting scammed and the newbies. We could have done any company. We could have come up with any product. And let me be very honest and transparent and forward. Security is not sexy. We could have done some hype kind of project that we could have sold so much. We're going to sell you some digital land. We could have promised the world. But however, we're promising a real product that helps, that people can use, that artists can use, that big corporations can use. However, it's much, much needed. And we understand we are going to be that golden standard in the industry that people say is protected by REV3AL. And that's our, might not be sexy, but it will be like the GIA Diamond Certificate, what Adam said. That'll be our goal in the next 2 to 3 years.
Well, I know that it's essential, and I'm excited for what you guys are doing. I can't wait until you guys start to bring out some of these big names, and I hope we can get you back. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's been our pleasure.
By REV3AL, and that's our, might not be sexy, but it will be like the GIA Diamond Certificate, what Adam said. That'll be our goal in the next 2 to 3 years.
Well, I know that it's essential, and I'm excited for what you guys are doing. I can't wait until you guys start to bring out some of these big names. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's been our pleasure.
Apparently, we have a Hedera fan at SpaceX. Raptor production manager Mark Gregorio has liked over a dozen Hedera-related posts on LinkedIn in the past couple weeks alone. Now, we shouldn't make any decisions based on these kind of breadcrumbs. Some of us remember that the former head of blockchain at PayPal, John Padilla, was a big fan of Hedera on LinkedIn as well, and was even a judge at the Hedera hackathon last year. Mr. Padilla has since moved on, and his interest in the network didn't translate into any connections with PayPal itself. Still, it's nice to see an obviously sharp guy from a company like SpaceX who appreciates what Hedera is doing. I'm hoping he's had some chats with Elon over the virtues of the network. I did reach out to Mark, but I think we're going to have to continue to wait to get the full story. And thanks to Alex for finding this one. Today we have Jason with Siki, who's going to explain their mission to create a more profitable entertainment ecosystem with Hedera. Thanks for coming on, Jason.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to be.
Well, we'll jump right into it. Can you start off just telling us what Siki is and what you guys are trying to accomplish?
Yeah, Siki is a NFT music streaming platform. We have a long roadmap that's going to be stepping into more of a social ecosystem. But the first phase that we've completed so far is the music streaming aspect with NFTs. You can kind of think of it as a NFT creation engine that is surrounded by a social ecosystem.
I gotcha. Well, do you have any enterprises or artists that you're collaborating with that you can tell us about today?
I can't name specific names, but we are speaking to labels, distribution companies, catalog owners, and artists every week, and just introducing Siki in the friendly way that we approach NFTing music. There's a lot of hurdles when it comes to certain corporations not wanting to give away their mastering rights or ownership completely across the board. And the way that Siki approaches it with their smart contract and the contract that's held within it is very friendly to these larger corporations. are people that have a little bit more partnerships involved with publishing companies. So yeah, we have artists that come by every day. We have meetings with labels, and they love everything that they're hearing and everything that we have set up. And that's why we are onboarding a lot of them as we speak.
Okay, and you do that. You have a house set up, right, for the artists to come through and jam?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So currently, I'm at the Siki House. It's in Los Angeles, and we have built out 2 studios in here that are open to be used if you come along in a schedule and a slot. We have engineers in house that would love to work with you guys or anyone that comes along. And and through that, we basically just are able to tell the good news about Siki. And if they decide to sign up, then we welcome that totally, open arms. And so far, everybody has made a profile page, and a lot of art, and a lesser but good amount of people have already uploaded a lot of their music. And these artists have a pretty big presence, and we're excited to see what that looks like whenever the Siki is completely open to the public and they're able to promote their music and promote that they're on Siki finally.
I got you. Well, good stuff. And I guess this goes without saying, but this is built on Hedera, right?
Right. Yeah. So Hedera is amazing. They've been so good to us. We love the relationship that we have with them. So Siki is built on Hedera. We are a multi-chain platform. And what that means is that in the future, we will allow the minting of an NFT to be on whatever chain that you choose. We are fundamentally on Hedera at the moment. So as the artists are onboarding at the current moment, they're NFTing on Hedera. And they're using HBAR or Siki tokens. And with that, we're excited to have a lot of these amazing artists that are actually being minted to Hedera Hashgraph. We're also doing a $1.5 million giveaway to basically welcome Siki and introduce Siki to the world, and also incentivize people to come on board and to have a good old time. Basically, what that looks like is artist and listener can participate throughout the Siki ecosystem and platform, and as they do so, they earn a Siki score. And the Siki score is earned by liking, sharing, listening, minting, playing in playlists, buying playlists. Every aspect of Siki is gamified, and that adds to your Siki score. And at the end of the year, we're going to have the top listener and the top artist. Whoever has the top Siki score will then be the recipient of this $1.5 million giveaway.
I gotcha. Well, so how can artists, investors, and fans participate right now? How can they get in touch with you?
Right. So currently, if you go to Siki.io, we have a login button at the very top that says log into the Siki app. And in that process, you'll sign up, and that is the Siki app. And all the emails we sent to our backend. And as we start to onboard people in a broader base, we'll activate their account. So when you actually go to that login app, you're actually making an account on Siki. And then once we, click you through, you're good to go. And you can just explore all you want and buy NFTs, make NFTs, play with the Siki token, play with HBAR, and give us all the feedback you can, as we're growing along with everybody else.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of development as you go along your roadmap. When you do get a little bit further down your roadmap, I'd love to have you guys back so you can explain. Yeah. Maybe we can get some of your artists on. Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you'd like to pass on before we let you go?
No, we're just happy to be here, and we've been working on this for a long time, and we're looking forward to growing this whole entire social ecosystem, and hopefully we bring a lot of benefit to a lot of artists and fans.
Well, we're glad you're in the ecosystem. Thanks again, Jason.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Australia's second largest bank by assets and third largest by market cap, ANZ, announced that they're building on Hedera and want to bring DeFi services to their 8.5 million clients. While speaking on a panel at Australia's Blockchain Week, ANZ's portfolio lead Nigel Dobson explained that they ported over existing smart contracts directly from Ethereum to Hedera and got an immediate 15x performance increase, same bytecode out of the box. Their costs were also cut by 99.9%. He also mentioned that ANZ had experimented with minting, transacting, and burning tokens on Hedera's testnet. Mr. Dobson's comments made it clear that Hedera has become their DLT of choice for their DeFi and stablecoin ambitions, and Hedera's low-cost and carbon infrastructure fits with their goal to be a more ecologically responsible bank. It was a clear theme at Australia's Blockchain Week that banks are moving past the exploratory phase and are actively building and testing products that they will likely launch in the near future. It's also good that these glowing reviews were made in front of banking powerhouses like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, but I'm pretty sure they already are well aware of Hedera. The HBAR Foundation is doing a fantastic job and had a string of announcements this past week. We recently covered Infinite World creating NFTs for McLaren, and we were curious how they were continuing to integrate Hedera. The Foundation and Infinite World answered some of our questions when they put out a press release that Infinite is creating a system to provide a baseline of trust with a platform called NFT Grade. By supplying NFT condition reports, NFT Grade will help establish standards that will help protect both producers and consumers. The public launch of NFT Grade will leverage Hedera to assess the design, technology, environmental impact, storage, and compliance of NFTs. NFT Grade is working with Sean Shimboyle, who said, "As a sculptor, I'm acutely aware that the strength and durability of things can rarely be discerned by merely looking at them." While there's enormous potential for NFTs to serve the best interest of artists, artist estates, foundations, museums, galleries, and auction houses, among others, tools to validate acts of integrity from artifice and to distinguish the work of con men from the sincere are needed. First, we must do no harm. Infinite World CEO Jonathan Lapchick added, "As an NFT infrastructure company, we operate at the cutting edge of decentralized technology, design, and authentication. Modeling the highest possible standards of practice is core to our mission and the key to our continued success, and why our partnership with Sean and Hedera to build NFT Grade is timely and appropriate. We believe we have much to offer and much more to learn." The Foundation also highlighted that they are providing support for Miko, who provides enterprise tools for data privacy and digital identity to create Trustery, a Hedera token visualizer and wallet. Miko's objective is to provide a powerful and simple open-source interface that will support the growth of the Guardian and other non-fungible token types by delivering an easy way for people to manage, visualize, and share trusted information associated with tokens and decentralized identifiers within the Hedera ecosystem. The Foundation rounded out the week telling us about their partnership with Civic Ledger. The goal of the platform is to further sustainability markets, specifically in water and supporting Indigenous peoples' water rights in Australia. To do this, Civic Ledger proposes that tokens called H2 tokens are minted for each water resource system to represent the total unit volumes of water that are available for use. These H2 tokens are allocated to different water classes within the resource system. Individuals self-assert water rights, which are then stored in a so-called water wallet as H2 right tokens, all linked to a specific water class and a specific water resource system. Some of these use cases are so innovative, and obviously the HBAR Foundation is setting a furious pace for ecosystem development. This past week, we had a great interview with the inventor of Hashgraph and founder of Hedera, Dr. Lehman Baird, who answered our questions on HTS as well as Smart Contracts 2.0. We had to reschedule the interview with the HBAR Foundation Sustainability Project yet again, but I think we'll get it done soon. We also have HBAR.news, the Hedera-based book company Inara, and the owner relationship management company Sale on the docket for next week. Also, something Hederians should get involved with is the ultimate cryptocurrency March Madness-style tournament on Twitter. Hedera has already made it through 3 rounds, defeating Bitcoin Fork, BEP2, eCash, and Theta. And Hedera is currently in the Elite 8 facing off against Polkadot. With HBAR sitting at about 24 cents, we're looking at about a 12% gain on the week. The main reason for this is we saw a nice move by Bitcoin pulling up the broader crypto market. Up until yesterday, HBAR was underperforming a bit, but after a decent move over the last 24 hours, we're generally in line with the rest of the market. We've decisively broken out of this several months-long descending wedge, which is generally an indication of a bullish reversal. I'm also watching the 50-day moving average, which served as support leading up to our all-time high in September, but it's been acting as resistance the past few months. We're on the longest streak above the 50-day since November. It'll definitely be something to keep an eye on when it gets tested. This ascending range is almost looking tradable, and if we keep moving up, I'm still watching 26 cents for resistance. Obviously, this week is a relief, and the technicals are looking much more bullish. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you appreciate the content.